Hello, torchbearers. Let's see what is in store for you for Aquarius season. Just launched the Aquarius Spirit Guide Intention Candle, Innovation and Purpose. You roll for fragrance out of 10 different fragrances. This person got unicorn fragrance. This is an order that's going out. I just wanted to show you the candle. I've got it burning here. You can read the intentions on my website, just so if you'd like to pause and do that. If I remember, I'll put that below here as well so that you can read it in the description, okay? So let's take some time here to take a deep breath. I have chosen a couple of decks, and I decided to go ahead and show you what those were, but I was going to break down into 3 piles. I'm going to shuffle from this one. This is a board game called Mysterium or something like that. And I decided I'd pull one up face card for each pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. I'm going to do 3 piles for Aquarius season. We're going to use all the same decks when it comes to the Higher Self Oracle by Deanna Marie Riddick. And then the Earthborn Oracle by Siren Shadow, and then the Destiny, Sacred Destiny by Denise Lynn. I also brought out my tarot deck here, which is the Every Little Thing You Do Is Magic Tarot by Callie Little and Maria Seal. And I will try to remember to show you the songs that come for each card, because I really like that as themes for the month too. This is called something Harmony. Hold on. I can't remember. I'll try to remember to put it. But it's just going to be like an extra little clarifier just for, you know, something I feel called to. Okay, so take a deep breath in. Thank you for being here. If you've made your way over from TikTok, welcome. Thank you for joining me on YouTube. Please hit that subscribe button and that like button if this resonates for you. Please leave a comment down below on how it resonates. I'm really excited on building this community space over here on YouTube as well, especially so that we don't have to feel that fear of losing our space again like we did with TikTok. Let's see. I'm going to pull 3 piles, just the card here. Let's see what you're meant to have. Pile 1. Oh, should I do a couple of cards for each? Let's see. I'm just gonna do 1 card, Spirit. Pile 1. Pile 1. What is pile 1's card? This is sort of acting as the overall theme. Pile 2. Pile 2. What is pile 2's card? Only 1 card, please, Spirit. Pile 2. Pile 2. What is pile 2's card? Spirit, please bring in pile 2's theme. Just 1 card, please, Spirit. Just 1 card, please. Pile 2, you really want multiple cards? I'm sorry, but just 1 card. We're doing a 1 card theme. We'll use this deck again if we need to. They're not going to allow it. They're going to... 1 card. You're going to allow it, Spirit. I say so. We're going to go with this one here. I'll let you peek at that one since it was trying to sneak out as well, just in case it has a reason behind it. Okay, pile 3. Pile 3. What is pile 3's card? Okie dokie. All right. I'm going to show them to you up close here. Pile 1. Pile 2. And pile 3. Take another deep breath in. There may be many messages for you in many piles. Don't feel pressure. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Apply your own discernment and intuition on each part of these messages and each message from each pile. This is a theme for Aquarius season. So it is currently Aquarius season, literally by like 1 day, 2 days for me. Just launched this candle 2 days ago. So we are currently already in it. So we're talking about present energy that you're already moving in and going to be moving through. Now, whether this finds you in Aquarius season or not, this can take application into wherever your Aquarius placements are, or even if we're experiencing a new moon or a moon phase or any planetary energies where they happen to be in Aquarius could be affecting you at this time, because I do set the intention as well that these are timeless readings. I think I have everything I need from your guides. I may also pull some charms. I have my charm board in case we want to see what area of your life. I don't want to keep you forever here. Okay, we've done well. 4-minute intro. I'm okay with that. All right, so pile 1 here. I'm going to go ahead and pick up these here for a second and get that going. And then we're going to put these up to the side. Pile 1, this is for you here. You chose what looks to me like an attic of like almost like an attic of a person that does theater or does experiences a lot of collecting of ancestral decor, or even decorum is the word that was coming through. So like thematic clothing, like this princess outfit, this armor of the guard, the hat down there, the umbrella, the suitcases that feel like too new to be up here, the chest that feels like an alluring invitation on what is held within. Is it old ancient artifacts? This cage that I can't quite tell, it is empty, yes. This cage here that just feels like it is again a sign of maybe a past pet. Even there could even be like a bird coming up from that. I had a bird growing up, so maybe you had a cage like that with bird, or even you're being freed from cages. This is sort of the way I took this as a theme as well, is even going through memories of past, like being present and even finding joy again or play again, letting yourself play dress up. And how long has it been, other than like Halloween or some event, since you've played dress up? I mean, you can literally do this on just a random Tuesday. Just allow yourself to have some fun for 5, 10, 15 minutes, or maybe introduce that play into some areas of your life, like with friends, or a weekly event with friends where you play board games or things like that. Or if you have a romantic partner, more fun and joy and playfulness. It doesn't have to translate into sexual activities, though it can. I also just mean it as a way of connecting with each other. So let's see what's going on here, especially in sharing memories. It's something having to do with sharing, even going through, if you have costume buckets or things like that, going through those. I want to pull a couple of tarot cards here for what's coming through for Aquarius season. If you've been feeling called to get into theater or back into theater, this could be a very big sign of that. If you've been feeling called, I can't be helpful, but being called to the reading I did on TikTok, if you had seen that reading as the Aquarius season, there was a part of that where I discussed a memoir, and this is coming up very clearly here, like a shared story that isn't just yours to share, but is meant to be shared through you, because it stopped with you and starts with you. Okay, interesting. So let's see here. Two of Swords here. Okay, maybe you've been going back and forth with this as well. Feeling like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place and you don't see a way out. Maybe even holding on to old memories. Let me see if these are your two cards here. Are these the cards here for this collective pile 1? It is, okay. So your two cards here are the Seven of Swords and the Oracle of Swords. All swords here. Interesting. This fits with the memories I was picking up on for you, pile 1, of even like sorting through things. Like this could be bringing up emotions. The thing I'm noticing also with all the swords is that Aquarius season is the water bearer. It is an air element. It is here to help you process emotions through intellect, but sometimes we get stuck with the trying to understand the emotions, when we have to realize that sometimes those emotions are not meant to be understood. They're just meant to be felt and then have existed and be processed. And there's something here with the Queen, the Oracle of Swords, which is the Queen of Swords, and all these depictions of these birds. And I really like this with the peacock and the hummingbird, all these different birds here. It just feels like also there's insects, there's a lot of flying creatures. Oh, and remember I had said a bird, you could have had a bird. That's really interesting. And I even feel like the song One Day I'll Fly Away from Moulin Rouge, where she sings that song. Sorry, I realize now that I'm probably shaking you. Oh, look, maybe something in your life is shaking things up a little bit as well. And you've been really scared to make a move because you've been worried that there are, predators or situations, snakes in the grass. Look at all these, these knives. It makes me think of snakes in the grass, especially with the fox. And the thing is that you've actually fought the battles from within, and that will allow for you to be this strong queen when you make your way out. You don't have to be, which 7, 8, 9, this adds up to 9. That's completion. Like, you've done the work on both sides. The reason you maybe don't feel it all the way is because it's been in two avenues, and when you merge it, it will suddenly create the completion and you will stand on your energy. I do want to take a clarifier here for this Seven of Swords here. What's keeping you trapped? What's keeping you trapped? Five of Cups in reverse, anxieties and fears coming up there. Maybe even past narratives that you're not enough or not able to do it, or you're not strong enough. But here with the Apprentice of Wands and the Oracle of Pentacles, two queens, this is all a confirmation that you can definitely upgrade your life and face these fears and move forward. Apprentice of Wands. I even feel like getting in costume. Okay, look, I do this. This is something, a practice I actually do. I will literally put on outfits or a costume, not full like regalia like this, right? It may even be a cape, something small that makes me feel like very in tune with my imagination, and I will go through like an energetic battle. And this is what I did as a kid, and I started to apply this as a actual energetic practice of alchemy. And so that my subconscious, my conscious mind can play out these ideas and dramatize them in ways that allow me to even face them and work through them with, magic or joy or play. And this is something here with the Apprentice of Wands, the Oracle of Pentacles. You have struck a match, right? And the match is lit. You now have to decide what candle you want to light. And you've chosen that this is the season to walk your path uniquely, because it is Aquarius season and there is no other way. And so the Five of Cups, others may be looking at you, turn back. You've made your way through this emotional journey. There is no turning back. There is only through. And I feel this for you very deeply here, Pile 1. I feel like you have stood your ground for a very long time. And this is something, Pile 1, that it's through you taking this time to really see where these energies are coming from, and also acknowledge and recognize there are no more snakes in the grass. The snakes in the grass are simply opportunities for you to have a assertiveness of your new boundaries, a opportunity for you to stand tall on your trust, on your faith. You've built a mental fortitude. And what's cool about this is, since this is all through logic, right? This is all through the logical mind. You're showing the work. You're not just trying to get there through, through other aspects of like the imagination. You're actually bridging the logic into tangible proof. Into tangible proof here. And let's see here. This is dimensional of shadow, perfect circle. Completion. Spirit of air, immune system. Look at this. The connection to air here is very powerful. You literally could be a Libra, an Aquarius, or a Gemini. Or you literally could be focusing on those aspects of your journey right now in particular. Spirit of earth, visceral listening. You're bridging, as above, so below. This came up as well in the TikTok reading, but you're bridging, on the earth, ideas and concepts from the mind into the physical with the Queen of Oracle, the Queen of with the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles here. There is something with the mind and idea being bridged into the reality to where you feel the sustainability and the safety. You no longer feel threatened. All right, I'm gonna pull from the higher self. I also really like that the depiction with the two hands here, and that like almost like opposing forces coming up, but with the two ladders, I just feel this like, instead it feels like more of a unity. Instead of this is an interesting depiction of the Two of Swords. And here with this, the two hands coming forward here, and even the red that's found in the air and the immune system. I think you've also been purging your immune system. Like you could have been dealing with a lot of, immune system issues, or even immune system, flare-ups. Perfect circle. There's something that's also being cleared out of your circle. Like it's making me think of protection. This looks like a shield, but it also makes me think of casting a circle. We were talking about a lot of witchy things and even magical aspects of this reading, though I had to bring myself back to the logic and recognize that there's so much logic here. I think you've been more in the, you've been lost in the mind a little bit here. So it's time for practical application is what I feel. But let's pull in some cards, some advice from Spirit for Aquarius season. What lies ahead of you is conquering fears. What lies ahead of you is not letting anybody's energy stop you. Even when there's an opposing force, you recognize it as an opportunity to be the mirror and to completely balance the concepts and still move forward without divine timing, without being stagnant, put into stagnancy. Happiness and let go. Bottom of the deck energy is courage. All right, we're going to pull now the next one, Earth and Bone. Interesting. I feel with divine timing here, I want to read from the Earth and Bone one. With divine timing here in particular, I feel an energy of that you've been trying this again and again. And so this is why I think you've been, you know, trying two pathways here, and you've gone down and then come back, gone down and come back, and now you're kind of concerned. But the thing that's going to happen is you're here at the core, and now the pathways are going to go like this, and they're actually going to go like this, and then this and this and this, and then become like DNA. And then you're going to see how in your process of actively participating in your dreams and letting go, you've had the courage to stand on your morals and share the stories that needed to be shared, to uncover the hidden truths of things, dust off the energy in the attic, no longer sweeping it under the rug, letting it go in ways that is not hidden in your system, but in rather, even this portal here is making me think of the window, but rather in shining a light upon it so that it can be seen and fully felt, so that you no longer have to feel courageous as you step forward, but instead feel in alignment with the steps you take. I want to set an intention here for this. This is something that's going to be decaying and being released for you and let go in Aquarius season. And so let's see what's actually going to finally be released so that you can be free of it. What's finally being integrated here. The cage. Pile 1. Please tell me I'm recording. Okay, I'm still recording. Pile 1. Pile 1. The cage. I mean, look at that. I can't make it up. The cage. Freedom. Release. Reclaiming power. It's so magical. What is in there? I actually can't even tell. Is it a butterfly? Is it a... I don't know. Maybe you'll be able to tell. Cage, number 27, which also adds up to 9. Okay, let me clean up a little bit here because I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. And this is something else you could be needing to do is give yourself a little bit of space so that you don't get overwhelmed by what you're doing. So we're going to move some things about. Bottom of the deck energy too. I want to take that, so I'm going to pull that there. My cat Nim just came in. Hi, buddy. You want to come up? He's jumping in my lap. Hi. You want to say hi? You came to alchemize? I was going to clean up the reading. Love you. You had a good nap? Okay, pile 1. Let's see here. Let go, courage. I think these are the ones I'm wanting to move. We're going to put these over here. And now I feel that was a clarifier. I do want to keep this one. Hold on. Sorry, I know I'm taking some time here. Just give me some patience for just a moment while I create a little energetic grid for you here, pile 1. Because there's something going on in your nervous system too. I keep being brought back to that. And here with the cage, you finally feel free. Beloved, you finally feel free. Okay. And then now happiness, let go and courage. I'm gonna put let go up there. We're gonna put divine timing up there. Okay. I like this. Now one last card that we have to pull, and then we will read from these cards that I just pulled. And this is the Sacred Destiny Oracle. We're gonna pull from this one too. Just one card here for Spirit for thank you. And I'm just gonna set that there. And oh, it was hidden, too hidden. Gateway and purification. There's been a cleansing happening so that you could finally open this portal. There's definitely been a cleansing happening for you. Hopefully you can see everything. I like this little setup here. Okay. I'm sorry, Bubba. There we go. Let me check. Okay, I think you can see everything. Okay, torchbearers. Pile 1. Let's reground ourselves here. Fate is what came out. Alignment, decisive moments, and opportunistic events. Cage, freedom, release, reclaiming your power. And then beloved came up in reverse. Love, reciprocity, and intertwinement. You also got purification and gateway here. Okay, so for Aquarius season, like I said, these are the things that are being released for you. You're gonna fully be seen. Fate is finally going to line up and things are going to align so that you are released from this cage and pushed into the environments that will fully celebrate and feel your unique expression, especially with the Aquarius energy being in here. Your innovation, Aquarius is here, your innovation of letting things happen while not being at the behest of the universe, like meaning you're not just like literally doing nothing. You're actively trying to shape every single step you take in response to the movements that the universe makes in response to you. And this is why there is no other choice but for the universe to align this purification process so that it can actually open the energy up for you. There's been happiness waiting on the other side of this for a while for you, and that's what's kept you inspired. Pile 1, I really feel a lot of joy coming for you here. You've conquered some fears, and if you are feeling trapped right now, I want you to realize that this is a confirmation of the cage you're taking the time to break free of so that you will never be caged again. Because when you finally make your way through this gateway here, you see this unicorn here, this other side, this oasis, it is in a land of magic and purity, and it feels much like how the humanitarian energy of the Aquarius energy, it feels in balance with what will be sustainably created. As opposed to feeling as if there's this arid, dry concept and no one's willing to do the work in the mental space like you have been. So let's see here. I want to read the gateway card here for you. Gateway, Enchanted Valley. There are places on this planet where the veil between the physical realms and the mystical dimensions is especially thin. These places are called portals, vortexes, or spirit gateways. In mythology, they are revered as places where things beyond ordinary reality can occur. Mystics, visionaries, and shamans can traverse these realms and the next through these places. In Celtic traditions, the wee folk, fairies, and elves easily move through these portals and have access to these magical places. The Enchanted Valley is the place where these portals often appear. Magic is afoot. Wondrous events are unfolding. Profound revelations and inner illuminations are close at hand. It is now much easier to manifest your dreams. This is an excellent time to take action on your visions for your future. A small amount of action now will generate much bigger results. Gateways to spirits are opening, and there are places where the veil is especially thin. Fairies and elves are supporting you. Wonders are blossoming in your life. Watch for them. Open your heart to hallowed, holy, magical energy. Hallowed, holy, magical energy. The more you become aware of the small marvels in your life, the more they will grow in magnitude. I love that. And I want to read this card here, the Cage card, number 27. Freedom and release, reclaiming power. Release and let go of the past. Make conscious actions to live your life from a place of love and joy. Trust what's coming. Trust what's coming to you. That's a big part of this message. Trust what's coming and accept what is here for you now. Trust what's coming and accept what's here for you now. You've been doing that. This is your message of transformation. You may be experiencing a tower moment and that the universe is clearing away stagnant or past energy. You are being stripped bare from everyone and everything that does not serve you now. Serve the new you. The time has come for your cleansing and release. This is very fitting. It is time to leave old energy behind, and that is not aligned with you. You may need to go through a cleansing process. You may need to go through things and a cleansing process in order to cross over into your new life and new cycle. You are being encouraged to clear out your past and old vibrations, especially emotionally. Aquarius energy, especially emotionally. This is just beautiful. And cleanse your frequency so that impressions of the past do not negate the abundance that is hurling towards you. Everything arrives when you are ready for it. If opportunities arrive on your doorstep, the universe says that you are ready, even if you have yet to completely heal from the past, just as long as you are making strides forward. Affirmation: I do not need to dominate anyone to be spiritually awake and align and attained abundance. I choose to be kind to myself. I do not need to dominate anyone to be spiritually awake and attain abundance. I choose to be kind to myself. That's all I have for you, pile one. Go forth. I want to take, actually, that's not all I have, a couple charms. These are signs and symbols you can be looking out for in Aquarius season. The Fae coming out very intently here. This little fairy charm here coming out, landing on the Two of Swords. I'm thinking also with the moon, there's something having to do with like moon magic. So tap into the Fae and the cage energy of like this like portal energy, especially during like new and full moon cycles or tapping into the moon cycles. Also getting a life raft here. And a heart. So there could be something coming for you in love, somebody coming out and throwing out their love or their compassion towards you, which will help you make your way or bring you out of this hermitage or this fear of anxiety that you can't make your way into the world. There's a lot happening here in the Oracle of Swords. You're the captain of this ship, I hear. I saw that one come out purposefully with the 3, so I feel like you are definitely navigating the wheels. You're not letting it navigate you. Luck is coming in here with the hummingbird because of the depth in which you've gone to the core of these situations. You also have support with these. It's funny, I literally have my stuffy with me right now. This new stuffy I got, that's probably so random, but I was looking at the little bear here. And I don't know what made me bring it in for the reading, but his name is Blueberries, and I haven't had like a stuffed animal or bought a stuffed animal in so long. I love them. I've loved them as kids, as a kid. And there could be something even coming through as compassion or something being like a sign of like you taking care of your inner child again and being ready to be perceived by the world in a new loving way. There's also something clearly here with travel, with the world, and then the other card that talked about portals and gateways and things around the world. So don't be afraid to take trips or ventures. If you are going to be on a ship or something, make sure you know how to swim and take a life jacket, because there's been a lot of Titanic references with the TikTok going down. And also you're releasing here. Look, the bird. There's the bird on the cage. How funny. My left ear just started ringing too. And then the slippers here. So your divine feminine energy is releasing perfection. You're no longer going to need to channel things in a way that feels like it has to be perfect. You know that it's beautifully aligned, and you're actually bringing this little sprig, this little bit of perfection everywhere that you go. Pile one, now that is all that I have for you. Take a second with your guys. Thank your guys. Thank your higher self. Thank you for being here. Please comment how this resonated for you. I'm going to take a moment to clean this up and move energy and call in pile two's frequency. Thank you. Alrighty. Do 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 do. Oh, I guess I could turn up music. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, this feels powerful. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, okay. I guess it's kind of not fun if I'm talking the whole time. I guess I didn't pull from this. I'm going to take this one off. I don't think I'm going to be pulling from it. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 I love that I finished with the music. All right. Let me make sure here we're good to go. I think this is good. Okay, Pal 2. Welcome to your reading, Pal 2. Let's see what the universe has for you for Aquarius season. What are you working on? What lessons? What transformations? What things are you alchemizing and releasing? I am going to be using tarot here, and I've got all the other oracle decks out that I'm going to be pulling from. I am excited here to see, especially since you chose the spider. I feel like some of you may be a little put off by spiders. Not you if you chose Pal 2. Maybe you're someone that even likes to look at the arachnid family as having really cool in-depth messages and tapping us into the other realms. I love seeing the ghosts on the bottom here because I do think of spider webs and all of that really tapped into the etheric. And if you've ever felt a ghost touch you or a spirit touch you, then you know it feels like almost walking through spider webs. And it's like this soft, undistinguishable feeling of thread almost, of like a frequency. And here with the spider and the chandelier, there's something coming through like Phantom of the Opera, that moment of the chandelier crashing onto the stage. There's something coming through with the giant spider that makes me think of the spider from, is it Aragog? Is that his name? What's the spider's name in the Harry Potter movies or books? And also there's one in, there's big spiders in Lord of the Rings. They're a type of creature, and now I'm forgetting the name of them, but if you remember, please comment down below what that giant spider is called in mythology. And so I feel here that there could be something, even if you overcoming your fears, your phobias, or your anxieties, even if it has to do with also needing to clear out or acknowledge something that has come crashing down, or needing to be cleansed. There's something too having to do with voices of the past. So I think that you've been overcoming voices of the past or tapping into ancestors of past. If this is coming up as abilities for you, because one cool thing of Aquarius, they're very esoterically, like purposely esoterically driven. So you could be exploring different ways to tap in, like I did pick up on the ghost and spirit. So if you're less afraid of those aspects, you'll have yourself feeling more easily aligned to perceiving their energies. And it is something that you really can't force. It just has to happen naturally. So if you're afraid of it, don't think that they have any control, or you have control over it. So don't feel like there's something that you don't have control over. Okay, let's see here. I want to see what's going on for you through tarot. I'm gonna pull. I like to pull like 3 cards, almost a past, present, future. I'm not really looking at them so in depth that way, just to see what's coming on for you for Aquarius season. 6 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, and sideways, the 10 of Wands. Interesting. Bottom of the deck is 2 of Pentacles energy. Bottom of the deck energy, if anybody's just curious, is I tend to look at as your subconscious. So it's something that's happening on a subconscious level to the overall message here. Seeing that as 2 of Pentacles, I think that you are you're doing your best to stay balanced along this process. Aquarius season comes with a lot of transformation and a upheaval of frequencies, especially when you're thinking of the innovators and the innovation of this season, and the purpose-driven inspiration that comes from that. A way to apply new innovation to dreams. 6 of Wands is celebration and victory. 9 of Pentacles is long process dedication. Seeing the 2 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck in your subconscious, the reason why I think you're being very balanced about it is because it's something you very much care for and have been working for since a very young age, I would say, like a dream of yours for a very long time, especially with the 10 of Wands here. And it is like, I think that the only thing that's keeping this 10 of Wands from being upright is the fear that you have to maintain balance, that you don't want to hope too much. With the 6 of Wands here, you don't want to hope to be the prize, because you feel that you're able to understand that all could be deserving of that prize. But you are an innovator here, okay? I'm being brought to that word, especially from the Aquarius candle. I feel like there is some sort of innovation and system that you've applied to create better to create better workings. And this feels very much in the 3D here because of the 2 pentacles that on the bottom of the deck and also in the middle here. It feels like you've been working to bring to life a concept, it feels like career oriented with the 6 of Wands, the 10 of Wands. You could be a content creator. You could have a dream like of like creating some, you know, new form of or new system that helps the, you know, people on their passions or on their journeys to themselves or on their journeys to fulfillment. I'm feeling here with the 10 of Wands in particular, needing to understand the overall perspective of the vision, knowing that it was a long formatted journey and not something from the shorthand. Overcoming fears is something that you've been knowing was a part of this process because you were going to be standing on laurels that were only things you believe in. So it feels, you know, frightful to do so because it's your creation. It's so funny. I'm honestly having to pull myself back a little bit here because I feel a connection between messages that I resonate with this pile as well. And I'm feeling a connection between the same kind of showmanship that was coming up in pile 1. So there could be an aspect of showmanship, or just like I could be reaching my performers, if you will, like my actors and my writers and my artists. Like I do feel like that collective really resonates with my readings. But the focus for Aquarius season seems to be an overall theme of bringing to light your unique way of doing things, and celebrating it, standing on it, being like, here's, you know, I'm even getting like, look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? No. I'm never done because I know that there is always something I can create more. It is not never enough. It is I will always try and strive to be better and be implementing better practices. I like that a lot. Let's see. I'm going to pull just a couple of these cards here. Water Spirit. Let me see if these are yours here. Okay, they are. So we're gonna go ahead and set this down because I know I'm in a new room. Water Spirit, Air Spirit, ineffable delight, Air Spirit, intuitive navigation, Earth of Fire, unfolding path, delusional, dimensional of air. They have interesting like categories. I don't remember what they all mean, but and then it says ceaseless beginning. Ceaseless beginning. There's that recycled energy, that sustainability, like I was talking about the humanitarian frequency that I'm picking up here with pile 2 in particular too. Intuitive navigation, unfolding path, air, fire, water, spirit, earth. I mean, you have all of the elements here. You have the entire magic system working for your behest. Even the heron here, I see the goose here. I know it's a goose and not a heron, but I was being drawn to that in the background here with the 9 of Pentacles. And there's something here with your ideas being shared, even making their way through intrusive thoughts, and being fueled down deep in the core of individuals so that they start to create better networks. And this is something you're also learning. This is the magic I think Aquarius season has for you. There's coming up with connect the dots here. I've been channeling that frequently. I don't know if it's come through because I've been doing so many constellations and I'm literally like connecting the dots. And it's even in the background here with this recycle symbol. It just feels like you've got networks that are beginning to work together as opposed to opposing forces. And this has been a theme as well coming up here. You overcoming phobias of standing on or against energies that you know are opposing because you're perceiving them as resistance as opposed to energy that's going to help you actually release that energy in that collective and transmute and move that energy through the areas that it needs to go. I feel here for you, pile 2, that there's also, clear your energy. There's also some things that you are holding on to that you need to let go of, like with the water here and also the feeling of Aquarius. Like the Aquarius energy, they're an air sign, but they're the water bearer. They're able to hold the energy of that emotion in a container and decide where to pour that out. This is how they're the great gardeners and even the visionaries of the Zodiac, because they can see exactly where needs the nourishment. And I'm feeling here with the clear your energy and with the worthiness. I lost my train of thought for something I was going to say earlier, but it's okay. It'll come back if it's meant to. So let's see here. Worthiness, clear your energy. I'll get one more. Thank you. And nature. Bottom of the energy of the deck is perspective. The antlers are coming up here very distinctly, so deer spirit could be powerful for you. Also getting the nature energy being something to do with the elements as well. So you've been tapping into those elements, and I would even say that you've likely been working with actual magical rituals in order to amplify your frequency. Don't stop that. If that's something you've not been doing, then Spirit is calling for you to do so. You know, this can be, you can do it by writing it down and literally visualizing and actually, you know, scripting out the reality and the versions that you're seeing. You can do it through embodiment and movement. You know, visualize the reality and embody it as you're moving your physical body. Embody it through your space and the feelings that you're experiencing, the emotions you're drawing up. The thing with the also with Aquarius is the ability to also hold that energy of water. But sometimes, since they're such an intellectual energy, they have to come at that emotion in a different with a different approach. So definitely ground yourself and get into nature during this season a lot, because there's going to be a lot of ideas and downloads coming through for you with the Ten of Wands here, and a lot of opportunities for you to be celebrated. You want your ego to not be fueled with some sort of lesson that you're going to have to come back around again, and you know, to think that your ego won't be affected by it would be your ego would literally be ignorant, because completion and victory is always going to our ego is there to help us keep us safe, to help us stay motivated, all of these aspects. And when we stop fighting it so much, we recognize the reason why it is speaking so loudly at times in trying to get us into fight or flight, but it is not necessary. This is that perspective here. You're the higher self, and you're able to hold the duality and then make a decision. This is the Nine of Pentacles from the Two of Pentacles. You've dedicated yourself to this work for a long time, and you know that it is part of the rhythms of the universe to let it come in a season that will work best for you overall, not in ways that is going to cause you to lose it after you've accomplished it. So you've healed those lack mindsets that are coming up. Okay, I'm going to pull one card here from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. This is acting as where you're heading, and then this is acting as what you're leaving behind during the Earth Oracle, what you're leaving behind during Aquarius season. All right, it's this one there. Is there any other cards here? We're going to read those two, but is there any other cards here that need to be brought out for this collective here of Pile 2? Nope. Okay, I feel good for you, Pile 2. Let's see here. So we got migration. Look at that. Look at the deer. Migration. I mean, wow. The confirmations are beautiful. You have a ton of animals. I mean, I think I did pick some decks that have a lot of animal representation. This in particular is an animal deck. But then this deck here, it coming out with the stag with two depictions of it. And I can't help but think that this looks like Avatar. You know, you may even be an Avatar representation of a specific deity. I'm hearing Freya. Is that the goddess that has the antlers? I know Artemis has antlers. But Freya's coming up. I don't know. Do some research because migration here is coming up. Initiation. Oh my gosh, yes, there's definitely a goddess or an energy. It could literally be Gaia herself, and the antlers of this energy being like calling you into this cave. Even literally like a journey. And you could actually be called to travel somewhere in order to I feel like a speaking opportunity or some sort of like gathering that needs to happen so that you can fully, and this happens, I mean, with your spirit guides, and first and foremost, and then this is like a practice form for you to then bring that through and show yourself how worthy you are by having this moment with you and your guides. And I think that Aquarius season is going to take you on this journey inward so that you can, again, connect some dots and recognize how much further along you actually are. But if you were to be given that energy first, you might be needing to go back, and you don't want to do that anymore. You don't want to go back. You've conquered these fears. You've tapped in with your guides. You're actually channeling them in ways that is no longer like feeling like overwhelming. You're learning to clear your energy. You're learning to tap into the frequencies of nature and get grounded. And there's something here with this migration energy that you're coming back to it time and time again. You're no longer thinking that it's just one and done. And this is much like your awakening journey, your spiritual journey. When confirmation burp, when you finally get out of those rhythms of thinking that you're going to accomplish one thing and then it's going to set everything else in motion, you'll actually stop shooting yourself in your foot, because you'll start participating in those things that are actually in motion, because each step is actually putting things in motion. Initiation, adventure, and freedom. Initiation, adventure, and freedom. Openness with the moon here. Let's read these. And then I'm going to pull some charms for you. I'm going to check my camera because I'm always worried that I'm... All right, we're recording. We're good. Migration, 15. Migration, initiation, adventure, and freedom. Sometimes you have to take a gamble. Do you have the patience to take? Do you have the patience it takes? Plus the courage to take risks to reap the rewards. Sometimes might not work out, and sometimes it will. But if you never take the chance, you'll never know. The hard truth is that no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you everything you want. No one is coming to help you change, teach you, or accept you until you do it for yourself. Stop making excuses and go after the life you want. Change how you approach and do things. Still take action, but balance work and play. Choose to do it from a place of joy and love. Take time for yourself. You may be taking on too much. Take breaks. Shift your process and thoughts. Let go of the need to do it all. Replenish yourself. Put in the time for self-care and balance. You do not need to complete everything on the checklist all at once. You are helped and guided. You may need to ask for help from others. Try to delegate what you do not enjoy if it needs to be completed. I believe, the affirmation, I believe in myself and my abilities. I am unstoppable. I am proud of myself and how far I have come. Okay, interesting. I actually want to take a little further in that, especially the delegation process. Something I'm being reminded of, like yesterday I got myself, I used to be so stressed out when I would make myself to-do lists because I would constantly be moving things to the next day. And I lived a life where if I wasn't doing the things that I had planned for that day, I felt that I had somehow failed because I wasn't making a list of the 7,000 other things I was actually doing that day, but I had a list of the 2 or 3 things I really wanted to accomplish that day. And instead I've started making lists and allowing myself, it started off as a whiteboard. I got rid of my calendars and my agendas and things like that for a while and started working off a whiteboard, and I would just write one list and I would go to do the thing that I was the most excited to do. And every day I would just make sure that I was at least doing a couple of those things to make sure I felt good about it, but I also would remind myself when I couldn't that it was an overall list and not something that needed to happen in just one fell swoop. Some days I would complete 4 or 5 things off that list. I've had times recently where I've even had nothing on my list and I said, well, wait, I was so stressed out and worried, and when was I going to have to, this freedom? And yeah, I do have this other list that's there. But I've learned to recognize what list I actually allow into my consciousness with me to motivate me, and what list is like the outward anxiety. I know I've got to do it, but like it is something that if I continue to put pressure on myself, I'll simply be living in anxiety and unhappiness, as opposed to opening myself up for freedom, adventure, and joy. And this is where that offering or opening yourself to ask for help. I'd like the idea of delegating, but I'm very conscious not to just get rid of anything that I don't want to do in ways that haven't done the work to figure out why I don't want to do it. You know, there's a reason why you don't like doing something, and if you can sort of work through, you're never going to live a life, well, I believe, we're never going to live a life where we're just only doing the things that we love and want to do, because then it would mean that we're only serving ourselves and not other people's, you know, lives. And I feel that there has to be a balance of what we give and what we take. And so when we have room to understand that what we're giving should never be taking from us to the detriment of our core, and not be taking from us without our freedom of giving it and our love, and it should always be able to be replenished and come back to us. And this is where this process of cleansing and clearing your energy and making sure you're not carrying anybody's energy with you will help you move through this area of completion or this season. So now let's see here with the openness card. Well, there's trust on the bottom of the deck there. Might as well see what was on the bottom of the deck of this too. Warrior. Inner strength, clarity, and presence. Thought I said perseverance, but presence. Openness. I basically open to the page. Okay. Secrets of the moon. The cycles of the moon affect every aspect of our life. The cyclical magnetic pull regulates the tides as it acts on our planet's waters. The moon even affects the monthly cycles of women. It is not an accident that a woman's cycle, I think it affects men too, and the cycle of the moon, but obviously I know they're talking about, are approximately the same amount of time. In native cultures, when women lived in nature, it was not uncommon for them to menstruate during the new moon and ovulate around the full moon. It is believed that menstruation was the time that a woman had to be still, put her everyday labors aside, and renew. For all people, the dark of the moon was a time to incubate ideas, watch nocturnal dreams for signs, and be still. In modern life, we as a culture don't honor these natural cycles often enough, and as a result, our lives are usually bereaved with important time of rejuvenation, are usually not including the time of rejuvenation. The sacred landscape wants you to know. When you receive this card, be open to receiving signs. Be still. Do nothing. Be open. Breathe. Relax completely and thoroughly. Incubate your dreams for the future. If you are trying to make decisions, take the time to watch for signs and listen to the whispers of the universe. Watch your dreams for messages regarding the situation. Become the sacred watcher. Observe life as it unfolds, rather than becoming engaged in it. Be open to what the universe has in store for you. Be receptive to messages from your soul. This card can also be the bringer of sacred wonders into your life. Miracles can show up in ways that you didn't expect. All right, Pile 2, let's see what signs and confirmations you have through charms for Aquarius season. What symbols to be looking out for? It looks like it wants you to be really paying attention to signs. Anything else? All right. Oh, we have one right here. And the little frog had fallen on the Two of Pentacles as well. Okay. Little frog over here by the Two of Pentacles. This little frog to me also symbolizes love, partnership, but also to me, because sana sana colite rana lo que no sanas hoy sanarás mañana is one of my mantras, which is heal, heal, little frog tail. What doesn't heal today will heal tomorrow. A sign that everything will always get better. There will always be, time heals all. And that you don't have to worry. You may have feel lost or disconnected right now, but time will heal. And then now I'm going to move my way this direction here. In the Six of Wands, we see the rabbit hat hidden just behind this little warrior card here. This is speaking to the magic that is literally the miracles, that it's just right there. You don't have to do anything to enact them, because it is from the things you've been doing. This is luck. Luck happens not just by chance. Luck happens from your actions and what you've been putting into the universe and coming out in a way that helps you then put that frequency in for good. And then what you do with that luck and how you use that time and how you spend it and how you treat others alongside of that time then really helps to measure up to the universe how well this opportunity was utilized. And this is something to do especially with your uniqueness, with the snow being here and the measuring. You may even be getting a lot of snow. There's been a lot of snow going on. You may be measuring the snow even. We got 6 inches, we got this, we got that, you know. But I even feel like you may even be measuring up yourself to others to see if you are worthy. And the thing is, your uniqueness is the magical part that's being pulled out of the hat. Like they didn't come to see a bear pulled out of the hat, though they'd probably scream and cheer for that. They came to see a rabbit pulled out of the hat, right? And you're the magician doing the trick. So they're here for you, not for the tools that are being used. And I also, because of the fact that I'm also seeing this guy, which is scientifically like the perfect representation of autonomy in the body, right? Like our bodies, and like all the perspectives and everything like that. And it even speaks to as above, so below. So I feel like there is that reason why you are shining, because you are not trying to change your uniqueness or measure up to somebody else. These are also symbols. Look for the specific symbols: snow, the hat, rabbits, the measuring stick. You even could be like experiencing like for some reason, because of travel, you could be learning the metric system or something for if you're from the US here. You're traveling outside of the US, you could be learning the metric system. Nine of Pentacles here, there's a lot of stuff happening here in the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you've been cultivating, like I said, for a while, and the symbols that all fell out here, you've got the dagger, which makes me think of your thoughts and your mental space, and even putting to rest any fear or anxieties of needing to protect yourself. The fish even looks like it's holding it, doesn't it? It's like, aye. And then the scissors is being able to let go and release, right? You think of shedding, haircuts, moving forward and having a rejuvenation of that energy. When you get a haircut, it actually lets your hair grow healthier and stronger and better. Same dragon here, it's feeling like this alchemy. There is a lot going on with this Nine of Pentacles. You have been working on any systems in your monetary, especially how you treat money, where you put your money towards. You've been replacing those thoughts and behaviors with more openness, more less fear over your money as well. I feel like you're being more you're giving, you're being more open and willing to see how things can lead back to you in new ways, especially if spirit is leading you to do so. And here, especially too with the ghosts, I feel like the haunted house, there could be something coming up with you, like if you've been working on seeing ghosts in your home or releasing ghosts in your home, or even ancestral like curses or lineages or hauntings. I feel all of those things have been cut free or are currently being severed. It is part of the process of this energy. This feels like the Tower energy, quite honestly, and then the Ten of Wands now looking like the Star because of the star here, and the fact that Aquarius is a representation by the Star card. There could be something coming for you in Aries season, which we're not too far away from, but something could be happening for you during Aries season. You could also be cutting ties with an Aries or connecting with an Aries. That is going to be after you cut these ties, you could be connecting with them. And they also, even like looking at for left from right, they could be helping you bring back in this like loving, compassionate, more nurturing energy. And funny, I said you're not going to be pulling a bear from the hat, but they would be very excited by that. And here's a bear. So maybe you are pulling a bear from a hat. Maybe you're doing something very unexpected here. And that's why you're sort of doubting it a bit, but like you are the star. Trust in yourself. And the if you need like aid or help, like even though you're moving into other waters, like it may feel like you're moving from calm waters into more turbulent waters because you're like changing your environment or the way that you handle things, but like trust that spirit has a life raft for you, or if you're needing to take a break and not have to tread water, you can do so, especially here with the watermelon, especially paying attention during the specific cycles. Freedom is what I look at for the watermelon. I think of freedom, especially now as we've associated with Free Palestine and such. I think that this freedom of your energy, you're going to be more open and honest with how you feel and being more open to helping other individuals. I'm also getting like the water droplet being separate from the entire ocean while still being connected to it. Okay, that's all I have for you, Pile 2. I hope this resonated for you. Leave a comment down below. Please like, comment, follow. If you'd like to take this into a one-on-one with me, you can do so on my website. But I'd love to hear how this resonated and how these symbols, and please come back at the end of Aquarius season and share even more how it resonated. I would love that. Okay, I'm going to pick up the cards. Thank you. All right, pile 3. Pile 3, you chose what looks to me like an office, some sort of study or office, especially some place of power, a place where you really think about things and knowledge, and you might research here. You might, even put like talismans, because it seems here with the butterflies on the wall and the reindeer head, the deer head, poor deer. No hunting, oh, poor baby. You're gathering your sort of your, not talismans, like the word is like your accolades, that type of energy. The bell here makes me think of cleansing as well, pile 3. This could be a space where you go to for meditation and even like to plan, like I had said, because you're playing chess here. I even see though that there's a very, like the white chess pieces are winning barely here. I kind of can't tell, but it looks like the white chess pieces are winning. The empty chair for me speaks to me of like potentiality or even like rigidity. The spikes on the back of the chair make me feel a little cold and a little dangerous, but I also like that they feel like power. It feels like the two guns, definitely give the energy of don't fuck with me. So pile 3, I feel like maybe you've been working on your external image I'm getting here, or even like your ability to show up in competitive ways and maybe even slide under camouflage or under the radar, because you've been very strategic. So I think that this is going to lead to you having a place of power, and that feels, I don't mean any of this in a manipulative way, okay? I know that we can easily kind of see those concepts that I'm talking about, and some of these things can seem a little, tactical, but it's simply because the Aquarius energy are innovators, and we're looking at your purpose here. So we're looking at this part of your season being about you strategizing, you putting plan into action. I don't feel like you're in the office. You've done the work to strategize, and you're out implementing those things. But we're going to see here what tarot has for us. We're going to pull 3 cards as a way to see what Aquarius season is bringing in, what this theme here has, and what are these plans? What you've been strategizing about here. Strategizing. Okay, 8 of Wands, sideways. And then The Nine of Wands upright, and I did see it upright before it fell on the floor, so I knew it was upright, and that's funny. 8 and 9 progression here, and 8 of Wands is fast movement. 9 of Wands is, 9 is always completion, but like victory and celebration through exhaustion. Like you finally made it to the finish line. You think about like a 5K, how you feel at the end is like bittersweet. Your body is literally so drained, you're gonna like collapse. You can't wait to get some water. Elder of Cups, that's funny. But you also know and feel this sense of gratitude. And again, with the accolades, allocating funds, allocating energy to others, accolades, like you could be acquiring things and then deciding who is going to be partaking in those adventures. Oh, and then here with the little geese and the guns, I really get that same kind of energy of hunting. 8 of Wands, maybe you've been shooting at the target and missing, and now you feel like, you know, am I ever going to make it? And it feels here with the 9 of Wands, you finally hit the target and get your reward. And it's through you filling your cup up, I feel, because the Elder of Cups is a reminder. I don't know if this was upright or in reverse, because I was kind of playing with the deck in my hand, so we're going to take it as upright for you. The 3 of Pentacles in the bottom of the deck. Interesting, because yeah, I do feel like that cooperative energy underneath it all. Like maybe even like you've been working with groups at this. Like this isn't just a single person that's been trying to strategize these ways and make change. You've actually been aligning those frequencies through collaboration and determination and making dedicated trial, like pushing, like actual energy going. My mind, for some reason, with you, pile 3 in particular, is getting a couple of words that are climbing together, literally. Listen to me. Like there's a lot to do with language here, so you could be struggling to articulate your words or your vocabulary, even when it comes to your passions, especially because of the fact that there's a lot of wand energy here. And that makes a lot of sense, because if you're in that process of creation, it's a little chaotic, and there's a lot of ideas and concepts, and especially here at the 8 and 9 of Wands, things are kind of being finalized. You know, you are at completion, but you still have the 10, where you open up that portal to let others new ideas come and test the validity, if you will, of this concept or this passion, and then allow you to then readjust slightly and then move into the page where you're now inspired to grow or learn how to apply these things better. And then you grow and become more aligned further and further along that suit, right? So it feels like you've been trying not to rush the process either. That's a part of the strategy. As I say that, all the cards come jumbling out. You've been trying not to rush the process, and actually I'm going to go back, because I say that as I've been going to this deck next and then that one. So let's see, that's funny. So you've been trying not to rush the process too much here, pile 3, and taking things really one step at a time, cast about. But this in itself has made you feel a little lost, because your only way from before is knowing how to see a plan and execute a plan and watch the plan be executed because of the steps you've taken. You've not been familiar with see the full plan, see the steps, understand the patience that's needed and the pauses within those steps, and know that the plan is working without the validation. This is part of your lesson here, pile 3. Learning to not look for the award or the fast-moving energy to be a confirmation that you've made a change, or that something has actually been successful. Here with the infinite expressions, dimension of fire. Interesting, you even see the arms are similar to the way that this cast about water of shadow here, the arms coming up, and it makes me think of rams, or even like the way that Viking boats look. It makes me think of, like, you know, again, clamoring of those words, like I had said, the clashing. Maybe you've been in this competition with yourself, and there's something that's being healed, or with another, if you resonate with that. I keep being brought back to the butterfly and the bell, though, so there is just a sense of peace, and even endings and beginnings wrapped up in one. A ability for new beginnings to be brought about whenever you need it to. There's a cocoon phase with the butterfly that can always occur. And so you've not felt like a dog licking their wounds after a battle. But a lot of references coming through here. I feel bad for the dog now. I'm sending the poor dog. These animals. Why? Don't harm animals, pile 3. Okay. Okay, I feel that you're not that, right? And maybe you're learning to look at yourself that way too. You're not gonna like feel like the underdog any longer. You're gonna finally feel like the strategist that you've been the entire time. This balanced. I'm even feeling Kali Ma because of the head being gone. Like I feel Kali energy very instinctly from this card, or instinctly. And see your words. I'm even getting like wicked, where they like made up a word. Like your words sometimes make sense that I'm saying for you, even though they're not words that make sense for there, but you know. All right, anything else here from this deck here for pile 3? No, I don't think so. Okay, those are your 2 cards there. Now we're gonna move over to here. All right, pile 3, let's see what else is going on for you here. I'm also feeling here with the 8 of Wands. Gosh, that's the second time I've done that with you. Dropped all the cards. Like are you like trying to put things out on the table and you're just afraid that you're going to like word vomit? Like it feels like you're like word vomiting, or you're like you're not showing up as the Elder of Cups, or you're afraid you're not going to show up as the Elder of Cups in this Aquarius season. I am feeling this could be you know, trying to play a little too much. At first I was feeling like there's a lot of strategy here, and I'm thinking that there is, but I think if you're gonna keep the anxiety part, then you need to go back to the drawing board a little bit so that you can recognize that you're human. You're just because you have everything in plan, like again, you're learning, I get it, okay. You're learning to not think that the plan is going wrong because you're having a human moment, or that because something is showing up as affecting you or not going the way you planned it, you're not thinking that you've got to rush back to the drawing board. Okay, interesting. But I do feel like, don't be afraid. If you spill your guts, then you spill your guts. Like, you're a very rational, balanced individual here, pile 3, and you're very, like, you know, careful to not be negatively affecting other individuals with your emotions or with your creations. And that is very Aquarius, like you're following the beat of your own drum, but you're misjudging others' representation or presentation of you, like what they see you as or their perspective of you. And so maybe because of how they're representing you, and so you're feeling, yeah, look, you're feeling challenged. You're feeling like you're being pushed into like indecision again. But it's these things that are actually sparking a discussion and helping you to stay like level-headed, if you will, during this, so that you can recognize that you it's not your frequency that they're misinterpreting, it's your ideas. Because of the fact that you're in Aquarius here in this reading, at least in this reading, it feels like your visionary mind is not, it's not time for it, okay? It's like it is time for it because there's divine timing involved, but like the visions of everybody being like, oh, it's almost like when you're finally playing the game and like you knew the whole time how the game was being played, but like they didn't know the whole time. They were like playing it like semi-correctly, and then at the end you're like, oh, I was supposed to be doing that. Like it's giving that energy. And I feel like this pause that you're taking is so that you won't overspill this energy or mess up your plan. But like there isn't anything you can do to mess up your plan because you did so much work in the foreground, like in the background, I mean, that you can actually trust the energy that you're gonna show up as. Even if it's anger, even if it's something having to do with like warrior frequency, standing on your laurels is what I'm hearing again. Standing on your on something that you believe in, on how you're pursuing something, and somebody else is trying to tell you how to do it, and you're saying, no, I know what I'm doing, and I'm not going to be pulled off of my course because of fears or anxieties that it's not happening. And that here I think is also the 3 of Pentacles. And look, time again, time, divine timing, time, planning, making decisions, taking risks. You got the shelter card here. This deck here is showing up as things during Aquarius season that you're going to be leaving behind. Shelter, spiritual growth, accountability, and healing. Like you're no longer going to need to feel like you've got to hide away or shelter yourself. And you're also no longer going to need to feel like you've got to protect yourself. You're going to have this growth and accountability in your actions that you've taken and in the time that you've spent over this period of planning that allows for you to be more risk taking, to make more decisions from confidence, to even show a bit of the anger when things aren't going your way, or even when things are clashing. Like if someone's coming at you with a frequency, then you can meet them with that frequency without being drawn into their energy, right? It's just matching the frequency of which you feel inside, not ignoring. Matching doesn't mean you're suddenly, I'm gonna copy you. Matching means like, I'm not gonna ignore what your energy is bringing up within me. I'm going to match it with whatever energy is coming up within me, not through a reaction, but through a response. And you've learned how to process these things and not pour your cup out too quickly, not fizzle out your ideas or anyone else's ideas, and not be feeling like as if you are needing to defend them or prove their value. That feels like something else here that's changing for you during Aquarius season. Like you'll let the energy speak for itself. And though many will, the study also for me feels like an off limits kind of space, like a sanctuary, right? And so though others may wonder or they may assume, they never really have the full perception of what is within there, right? The miracles that you're cultivating through those times spent in reflection with your guides, in reflection with your sanctuary and your space. And this is happening within so that you can also learn what things to say yes and no to, what things to allow to progress quickly, and what things to say not yet. Doesn't mean never, it just means not yet, right? And you're also learning that as well. There's a lot you've learned here, for you, Pile 3. I feel like Aquarius season has a lot of you recognizing those lessons and saying, oh yeah, okay, wow, planning. Goodness, I forgot, look, planning, making decisions, taking risks, miracles lining up, dreams, divine timing, the pause, knowing any pauses you take do not slow you down. Any lessons that you gather along those pauses only help fuel your overall story. And you're the main character in this story, Pile 3. You're remembering that. You're learning also how to turn things on their head. The seahorse births the children and carries the children. And so it feels like the divine masculine learning how to do more feminine energies, because we have masculine and feminine within all of us, and not masculinity and femininity, but also tapping in ways to those energies that are unique to you. And I also feel here with the release card that are judgments that are cast on for how you show up no longer having any sway. There's just this release of this anger too, of the way it takes over your body. Instead, it becomes these flames that you can utilize to grow your ideas and the infinite expressions of you that you are allowed to experience. Not only allowed, but are meant to, my love. Like you're meant to experience it. You're not meant to just experience one emotion or one infinite reality. You're meant to be a limitless being. Especially for you here during this time, Pile 3, I think something else that's going to be an awareness shift in Aquarius season is that there is no more need for planning. When you pause, it's simply a pause. There's not a need to try to readjust the plan, okay? So let's see what this card here, Shelter, has for you. This is the first card in this deck. Shelter says, this is this card here. Shelter says, spiritual growth, accountability, and healing. It takes time and work to heal. It isn't always a one-time fix. You may need to return to the shadow and difficult memories again until your mind stops repeating the negative and instead transforms into an opportunity for growth and learning. After you let go of the things that are holding you down, you can persevere. It's important to let go of any feelings of shame or guilt. Forgive the person who went through that. That person is no longer you. From there, think about what you do differently, but avoid thinking about what you wouldn't want to do again. Replace that memory with a new one. Picture yourself in that situation and consider what you would have done differently to avoid causing yourself unwanted experiences. Accept that you are human being. You're a human being. Assume accountability and forgive yourself. Make the conscious decision to learn from your mistakes and accept that you have evolved and are no longer the same person. Allow yourself to let go of those emotions since they belong in the past. And now, living in the present, and you are now living in the present. These emotions are not indicative of who you are. You may feel compelled to slow down and spend time in nature. Meditate or engage in healthy activity that allows you to enjoy yourself. The affirmation here is, I am whole and do not need to chase anything in order to be complete. I am aligned with what I've learned and how I have grown. I am better, wiser, and stronger because of my experiences and lessons. Let's read miracles. Double rainbow. After the storm, the rainbow appears. No matter where we are, the instant a rainbow splashes across the sky, we usually stop and stand in awe. Some say the rainbows are messages from the Creator. Others say that they are part of the electromagnetic spectrum phenomenon. But no matter the explanation for their existence, rainbows have struck awe in the hearts and souls of many through time. Many traditions believe that rainbows are blessings from the Creator. A double rainbow is a double the blessings. The sacred landscape wants you to know that the storms of the past are passing, and your dreams are coming true. Your dreams are coming true. No matter what has happened in the past, your future holds abounding miracles. Good fortune, celestial beauty, and inner divinity are expanding within you. Believe that your life is guided. Trust in the goodness of the universe. A celestial bridge to the heavens is opening for you. Start a health program, invest in your career, or initiate a relationship, and good fortune will manifest. Blessings are flowing in all directions. Believe that you deserve the best, because you do. Bounty, joy, blessings, and miracles are flowing your way. Let's see some charms and some signs and symbolism that you can be on the lookout for during Aquarius season. Uh-oh. Couple fell down. Let me get them. The watermelon and the little heart communication message. There could be some sweetness coming into your life. I also take watermelon as standing up for what's right, resistance, that rebellion, that kind of energy as well. The heart message, maybe even rebelling through love, rebelling your anxieties and moving towards something with love. So be looking out for loving energies from individuals too, not just like romantic, but loving energies. It could be someone that's in Aries or during Aries season because of the fact that the Aries is here. Aries season could be when your dreams are coming to life as well. And when you sort of open up out of your shell here a little more. You do have a shell, and the shell for me is also a depiction of the water, but also of uniqueness, because they're so unique. They're like a snowflake of the ocean. And so there's something here with the shell that is like they're also a vessel. They are like a container. So you're this unique container, and here's this little cat that's in a coffee mug. I always think of this as like making sure to take time for your pleasures and the things that make you happy, and that those rituals aren't rushed through, but rather honored. So like if you've got animals or pets or even taking time for coffee, make sure you're taking an extra bit of consciousness and awareness and intention behind the energy you're spending with those. Slow and steady wins the race, I'm hearing as well, with the turtle here on top of the planning. And it's on the bell. So for cleansing, like you could be coming feeling like you're constantly having to cleanse. The thing that it reminded us here with shelter is that healing is not linear. You may be having to go like into your shell for a moment in order to cleanse and then come back outward, and feeling like you've been re-implementing this plan over and over again. And this is what the sweetness part is coming through. Like the sweetness is that when you finally implement this plan in a way that feels aligned with your masculine and your feminine energy, and again with the masculine kind of coming up here with the seahorse and then the actual rooster, it feels like it's going to take off. And there's something else with the rooster that has to do with the sun energy. So emperor, you could be healing your emperor energy or your divine masculine energy within, especially having to do with loyalty or being triggered over anything having to do with loyalty. If you're someone that is holds a lot of fears or anxiety over how people, show up in relationships, I think you're learning to be loyal without it sending you into people-pleasing tendencies or be sent into like a soccer or like a football game. No football! I don't want no football games! I don't want to do any games here, okay? That's what it feels like for you, pile 3. I think that that's kind of fun as well, where you're like being more playful in these agendas. Oh, look, playful, the dolphin's here. Right, and I was looking, I didn't see anything else. And there's the fish as well, another confirmation of water. You could, again, have something to do with Aquarius season coming up, obviously because of the Aquarius symbol, but it could also have to do with all of the water signs. So Cancer, you literally, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, you literally also could be feeling like a fish out of water. That was a moment there where I was getting a lot at once again. So when you're feeling that type of energy coming in, make sure that you slow down, let the message that you initially wanted to come through, and then continue. So that you don't shut your energy off or any ideas off. Okay, pile 3, that's all I have for you. Please comment down below on how this resonates for you, and please come back at the end of Aquarius season and let me know what happened. Did any of these things come through and resonates during this season for you? Check out the Aquarius Spirit Guide Intention Candle on my W word, and if you'd like to book a one-on-one reading with me, you know where to do it. Love you, torchbearers. See you on Thursday at 7 p.m. live on YouTube.